everyone, welcome back to the Tres Jolie channel, or my channel. I am here and I am so excited. I have been waiting to be able to start this project, but I am here with this month's scrapbooking kit, and I am going to use this kit to make a junk journal. I don't know exactly what size yet, but first things first, a quick overview of what is in the kit. Now on the 4th of this month, I believe it was the 4th, Kim posted the reveal video for all 3 kits. So I'm just gonna kind of do an overview real quick. You have some Tim Holtz timepieces in here, and this shamrock frame from Scrapaholics. These 3 packages of flowers from 49 a Market. This transparency from 13 Arts. These 2 sheets from 13 Arts. It's from their Under the Stars line. And you have Moonflowers and Moonlight. There's those. And the paper pack that has been torturing me since I knew it would be coming out this month for this kit. And that's the Emerald Queen from AB Studio. So I'm not gonna go through each paper in here like Kim does. I'm just going to kind of do this front cover. And so there's those. It's eight double printed sheets. So I think it's like, I can look real quick which way it goes. I think it's like those. Anyways, it's 8 sheets, double-sided. So there's 16 designs. And these are what I've been thinking about forever. Wait until I could get to them. But I have to kind of make my cover first. And I had prepared this and this a few months ago. Completely coincidental. I didn't know about the Emerald Queen. I was just playing around with some sari silk and some heat and bond. There. The iron-on adhesive. There. Heat and bond light iron-on adhesive. And I do it to add stability to the fabrics. You know, it gives them a little bit more thickness for the needle to go through. It makes a great plastic barrier if you just wanted to glue it down. It's sort of like a plastic barrier where your glue won't soak through. And let me just pull these apart if I can. Obviously, I do have some extra overhang here, but I'm going to get this ready. I'm not going to make you watch me iron it. That'd be weird. Okay, I got this ready. And I'm going to put this on it. This side doesn't have anything yet. This side has the same heat and bond on it, but that will be for the inside fabric when I get there. For now, I am going to prepare, and I don't necessarily know if I'm going to keep it like this or keep it this size. I might trim it down, but I'm going to try to get it started. Unless maybe I could wrap it. I don't know. Actually, no. Okay. I'm going to trim this down first to the size I want. I'm going to trim this down. I'm going to trim this down first to the size I want. Because I do only have 12 by 12 paper to work with. So I don't want it too big. Maybe, no. Let me see. If I do it like this, it would be like 11.5 inches by 7 3/4. No, I'm keeping it this size. Alright. I'm going to go do my first ironing over here. And then I'll be back and talk about my next step. Alright. I have this on here. I'm going to do some trimming right now. There I have that. Yeah, no, there's a little wrinkle there, but it gives it character. That's what I'm going to tell myself. And it will fold like this when I get there. It'll fold like this. But I think I don't want that. I'm going to put this on. This is the fabric I'm going to use for my inside. So I'm going to work on that right now. And then it'll also give me an opportunity to make sure everything has been pressed down very well. And there I have this, my sari silk on top of interfacing and stabilizer, and this piece of fabric on the inside, or what will be the inside. But I'm not going to leave it just like this. I'm going to stitch around the edges after I trim down the inside fabric, the inner fabric. I'm going to use pinking shears for. Alrighty, here is my cover ready for some stitching. And I have to think about this. I don't know if I think I'm gonna add some bits of lace trim. It just came to me. Decided I should. So I'm gonna go pick out some lace trim and then stitch it on. I have finished the base of my cover. I'll use the papers to build on it and in it. I added this wide lace trim, and it was from the paper studio from my stash. And I didn't even try to sew neatly. I'm not going for neat. I just picked some random stitches and laid them all on top of each other. And then I just picked one of actually a rather simple overlock. And that's just to keep everything where I want it. And now will come, I have to work out my signature. I think it's only going to be one, maybe. I'll think about it. I know how I'm wanting to do it. I just have to see if the paper I'm thinking about will work the best. So I'm gonna go gather supplies, and then I'll be back to continue working on this Emerald Queen junk journal. Okay, and this was one of those moments I was not I was not necessarily expecting. I went and looked at the various junk journal papers I keep around in my stash, and I found, and this is basically all of them that I have that are this size, of these music sheets, and they're actually music booklets. They're already in half. They are little booklets already. There's 6 pages in them, but I'm concerned about their age. I don't know how well, and this one actually already came apart, like one sheet's off. So I'm thinking I need to take them apart and then reinforce the seams, but then I don't want to make it too thick. Plus, I don't think I want to use, I'm not going to use all 3 sets. I have other various papers, like these are just 8.5 by 11, and they're just tea dyed for, and they can go in as shorter pages. I have some envelopes that I would be able to put in some of them as well. But I'm gonna see how I can get this to work out. I also have some just manila file folders, which I wanted to see, because they're rigid. They're nice and rigid, so I could just trim them down and fit them in that way. Oh, so many choices. But I'm just going to try to get started. I'm not going to try to talk my way through all this. If something comes up, then I'll try to add a note. I'll try to remember to add a note. Okay, what I have just done is to put my papers together and put the signatures in. So basically, my book base, I'm just going to say my book base is complete. And we're going to go through real quick. Oh, that was the important part. On my music sheets, I put, this is just bookbinding tape, and it's like 2 inches. So it's bookbinding tape, 2-inch bookbinding tape. And I only put it on one side of the music sheets because these sheets were so old that when I tore them on this edge, I tore them 3 to get at a time at the crease, and it was really no problem. It tore right. They were old and dried out, and I was guessing that they would need some extra support in their seams. So one side, 2-inch binding tape, just real quick. And then I went through, opened up the bottom of the mailers, and then I did my signatures. And I actually did like, because this is so much longer, normally my junk journals are shorter, so at least 2 holes will catch everything depending on where it is. But in this case it's a lot longer, and I went 1, 2, 3, but there were pages like this that wanted to turn because they had only got caught in the center, so I put another 1, 2, 3 in there. I kind of eyeballed it. I was really getting frustrated with myself, but see, here's another one. Let me see if I can bring it up here. See, the center hole would have only caught on here because there was that top one and that bottom one. So I added a couple extra closer to the center. And these, I don't know if I'm going to leave these flaps on, decorate them. I haven't worked that far ahead yet. Just going to go through these. This is going to be 2 pockets. I will probably finish this edge. I don't know if I'll shove it through or run it through a sewing machine or glue it. I don't know yet. Here, another one like this. These were especially problematic. They really wanted to turn because they had only got caught in the higher holes, higher and lower holes, so, and nothing in the center. So I definitely had to add extra holes. So now they're kind of caught like there and there. And these are actually meant to be longer cards. I trimmed them because I didn't want overlap, but I trimmed them too much, so I'm going to kind of fudge right there because they're actually larger. They're actually 5 by 6.5. I have no idea what that is. An A5, A4, I actually don't know. But I trimmed them. I trimmed off like there. See, I trimmed off like this much of them on both of them because I didn't want the overlap. So now I have to kind of fudge them back up. And then there's the end of all these. My book base is complete. I will now be able to work on adding the sheets of paper, the embellishments. I have my lace. I have some more lace to use, and that's what I'm going to be. That's where I'm at now, is putting the Emerald Queen and these two 13 art sheets and the transparency places. Don't quite know that part yet. I'll work it out. I'll get there.